Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today, let's make an ice-dyed geode shirt. I prepped the shirt like normal, and I have it turned inside out. Today I'm going to make a geode shirt on a long sleeve shirt. I want the center of the geode to be up on the shoulder, so I'm grabbing the spot on the shoulder of the shirt where I want the geode to begin, and then I'm going to lift the shirt up off of the table and give it a good shake. The sleeves are hanging down below the rest of the shirt, so I'm going to fold those up a little bit just so that the fold is not quite as long. Then right at the very end of the shirt, I'm going to begin tying sinew lines. I'm going to vary the distance between the sinew lines because I want the geode to look a little bit more natural. I also don't want to smooth out and make this shirt too perfect when I tie it. I want to allow it to be a little bit messy. I think that actually makes the geodes look a little bit more natural. I'm going to continue tying sinew lines going down the shirt toward the center of the geode. I'm also going to lift the shirt up off of the table periodically and give it a shake. I don't want to end up with a bullseye on the shirt. I want it to look more natural and the geode to be a little bit misshapen. I don't want it to be a perfect circle. When I start to get down toward the end of the shirt, or what is going to be the center of the geode, I mess with this fabric that's right at the very end a little bit. I kind of wrinkle it up and press the very end of it in just a little. I'm trying my best to not make it end up looking like a bullseye. I want to press or push a little bit of that fabric into the inside. That's going to give the center of the geode a little bit of an unusual shape. When I'm finished tying the shirt, I'm going to set it aside and allow it to dry out completely before I begin applying the dye. For this shirt, I've pulled several different colors of purple, gray, and black dye. I'm going to ice dye this shirt, and I'm going to ice dye it down in the muck. So I've got a container that's just big enough for the shirt to fit in, and I'm going to take the shirt and coil it or spiral it in on itself so that it will fit inside this container. I'm going to add the dye over the top of the ice, so I'm adding quite a bit of ice to this container. I want to make sure I have plenty of ice to fully saturate through this thick geode. I'm going to apply the dye in stripes across the ice, and I'm beginning with Sweet Pea from Dharma Trading Company. followed by True Purple from Grateful Dyes, Timberwolf from Dharma, Plum Blossom from Dharma, Ultraviolet from Dharma, Charcoal Gray from Dharma, Powerberry from Dharma, Raven Black from Dharma, I'm going to add a little bit more True Purple from Grateful Dyes. And then I'm going to finish off by adding just a little bit more Sweet Pea from Dharma. Now I'm going to add an additional sprinkle of soda ash over the top of the dye, just to make sure that when the ice melts and I have all that liquid in the bottom of the container, I still have plenty of soda ash remaining in the water or in the container to react with the dye. Now I'm going to set this smaller container inside of a little bit larger one just in case this one happens to leak. And I'm going to set it aside and allow it to process for at least 24 hours after all the ice melts. Actually, I ended up leaving this one about 2 days. It's not necessary to leave it that long, but I would suggest leaving it at least 24 hours. Okay, so now it's time to start rinsing the shirt. As you can see, there's quite a bit of muck in this container. Muck, by the way, is just the term that's used to describe the runoff from the melting ice that's been mixed with the dye. So to begin rinsing the shirt, I took it out of the muck and started rinsing it in cold water to rinse the soda ash out of the shirt. Then I untied the shirt and I gradually warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. There was quite a bit of dark purple still coming out of the shirt after rinsing for a while, so I decided to go ahead and soak the shirt. To do that, I placed some hot water in my utility sink, added a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent to the water, and just allowed the shirt to soak until the water cooled. After the water cooled off, I changed it out a few more times and continued the soaking process until the water was almost clear. Then I put the shirt along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent into my washing machine and washed it using a hot water cycle. And after the shirt was washed and dried, this is how it looks. Okay, so what do you guys think? So I really like the color of this one. It turned out a lot darker though than I was expecting. I added in the Sweet Pea and the Plum Blossom, hoping to maybe kind of offset some of the really dark purple colors that I added into the shirt. But overall, I really like it. I think it's really pretty. I like the addition too of the gray, like the charcoal gray and the Timberwolf and even the Raven Black. Those kind of contribute to making it a little bit darker, but I think it's an interesting color pattern. I like it. You can definitely see the white lines on this shirt really well from where the sinew lines were. I think they just stand out against the really dark purple and the dark gray colors. If you look at the shoulder of the shirt, you can see the center of the geode and how it isn't a perfect circle, which is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it to be too perfect. I think the sleeves look very interesting too, how the geode pattern continues on down the sleeves, because I just tried to tie them organically into the rest of the design. So overall, I really like the shirt. I think it turned out looking really pretty. But what do you guys think? Drop me a comment down below and let me know. And I sure would appreciate it if you would like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.